Atlantic Broadband Cable, in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors, presents the South Union Township Sports Network. Today via tape delay from the home of the Laurel Highlands High School boys soccer team here at Mustang Field. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs take on the Greensburg-Salem Golden Lions. Hi everybody, I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupain, and welcome you aboard for today's boys soccer game. South Union Township Sports Network coverage is brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. Got a Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupain. We'll be back with the lineups for both teams after these messages. Chesler's Furniture at 601 Pittsburgh Street, Uniontown has been in business since 1950 and has a wide variety of furniture for all of your needs. At Chesler's, they have a wide assortment of living room recliners, kitchen sets, bedroom mattresses, and accessories that can decorate your home for years to come. Choose from many companies including Lazy Boy, Best, King Hickory, Hammery, Lancer, Wildwood, Von Bassett, and White Dove. Chesler's also services what they sell. Stop into Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 north of Uniontown, and see Kim, Christy, Ted, and Rich. They'll be happy to help you with all of your needs. Chesler's Furniture, where customers send their friends. Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920, the area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee-owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. And call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Many people unknowingly have chronic liver disease and discover it during routine blood testing. Possible causes include alcohol, hepatitis C, fatty liver, and iron overload. If left unchecked, this can lead to cirrhosis or severe liver scarring. Offer the latest testing and treatment for chronic liver disease. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Brian Morozak and Jerry Dupain back here at Mustang Field. High School boys soccer. Laurel Highlands hosting Greensburg-Salem. The Mustangs 4-1-1 overall, 2-0-1 in conference play. Greensburg-Salem 5-0 overall, 4-0 in the conference. I'm now going to turn it over to our public address announcer, Barry Rosner, for tonight's starting lineups.
And good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the campus of Laurel Highlands Senior High School and Mustang Field, where this afternoon it's boys section soccer action as the Mustangs of Laurel Highlands is hosting the Greensburg-Salem Golden Lions. We ask everyone now, if you would, to direct your attention down to the soccer field as we're going to meet today's starting lineups. First of all, for our visitors, the Greensburg-Salem Golden Lions. They come in today's contest with an overall record of 5-0 under the head coaching of Sam Loris. A senior, goalkeeper, Sage Parsley. A senior, number 1, Chris Ritt. A senior, number 15, Ethan Turnbull. A senior, number 4, Josh Shook. A senior, number 13, Jeremy Capel. A senior, number 12, Ryan Pompiani. A junior, number 16, Sean Galvin. A sophomore, a junior, number 10, Josh Kluber. A junior, number 11, Shane Kasich. A sophomore, number 9, Wyatt Raymer. And a sophomore, number 31, Tanner Dabrowski. And now the starting lineup for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Under the head coaching of Jerry Rogers, we come in today's contest with an overall record of 4-1-1. A senior, goalkeeper, Jacob Campbell. A senior, number 33, Dylan Seaman. A senior, number 5, Zach Mansberry. A senior, number 25, Eli Mitchell. A senior, number 20, Jeremy Abraham. A senior, number 15, Justin Hartzick. A senior, number 11, Colby Davis. A sophomore, number 7, Colby Livingston. A freshman, number 16, Matt Lucas. A freshman, number 8, Matt Phillips. And a freshman, number 22, Carson Seaman. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask if you would to please rise. And gentlemen, we ask if you would to please remove your hats in the singing of our national anthem from the 50-yard line by Laurel Highlands Junior, Emmy Shad.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And good luck to both teams.
Nice job there by Laurel Highlands Junior, Emmy Shad. We're back with the start of tonight's match right after this. Laurel Highlands hosting Greensburg-Salem here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Important for people to know that we represent injured people to the best of our ability, and we've been successful doing that. And I don't say that to have people come to see us because we have been successful. I say that because it's true, and it's important.
Another important aspect is the experience that we have is local experience in the court system in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Back here at Mustang Field, ready to go. Laurel Highlands hosting Greensburg-Salem. Again, Laurel Highlands 4-1-1 overall, 2-0-1 in conference play. Greensburg-Salem 5-0 overall, 4-0 in the conference. A huge early season showdown for first place. The first meeting between these two schools since they met here almost 2 years ago in a WPIAL first-round playoff game won by Laurel Highlands over Greensburg-Salem. And the Mustangs' Carson Seaman with it right now over to Justin Hartzick. Back to Dylan Seaman. The Mustangs reset on the back line with Jeremy Abraham. Laurel Highlands coming off a 3-3 draw against Bell Vernon last time out on Thursday, playing here in only 1 day rest. The Mustangs had themselves down 3-0 early on in that match. In fact, they conceded 3 goals within a 4-minute and 56-second frame in the game, but fought back, got 2 from Colby Davis, got another one off the bench from Luciano McElprang to rally back and force the 3-3 draw. And Laurel Highlands certainly had the better of the scoring opportunities in the 2 overtime sessions. Just couldn't get one past the Bell Vernon keeper, but still a solid result after falling behind 3-0 early on, especially with that game being on the road. And now the Mustangs taking on an undefeated Greensburg-Salem team, trying to get things going, working left to right. As we describe it, chip back over to Hartzick outside the box here on the near side, bodies it down, sends it high in the air and over the net and out of play. Set the Mustangs formation. It's the same as it's been throughout the course of the regular season. A 4-4-2 here today with Colby Livingston and Colby Davis up front. The two Colbys have combined for 16 goals already on the season. Eli Mitchell, Dylan Seaman, Matt Phillips, and Justin Hartzick in the midfield with Zach Mansberry, Jeremy Abraham, Matt Lucas, and Carson Seaman in the back. Jacob Soup Campbell in goal again for the Mustangs here this afternoon. A little pressure here from Greensburg-Salem. Tanner Dabrowski down the near wing wing. He's a sophomore, but Dylan Seaman finds the ball back there for Laurel Highlands over to Jeremy Abraham. Pressure there by Chris Ritt of Greensburg-Salem, senior right wing for the Golden Lions, but Laurel Highlands again picking up possession with Justin Hartzick. A little chip forward as Colby Livingston looks to track it down, but the Golden Lions play back on the near wing against Dabrowski. A little feedback to Jeremy Capel. Capel, the left halfback for the Golden Lions, deflected out of play off of Greensburg-Salem and out. And Justin Hartzick will trigger it back in. Mustangs' Matt Phillips knocks it down. Both Matt Phillips and Matt Lucas got a little bit dinged up in Laurel Highlands' last match at Bell Vernon. Good to see them both in the lineup here today, but talking to Laurel Highlands head coach Jerry Rogers, he said they're both a little sore out there, and as we said, the Mustangs didn't really have much rest time before this contest as well, playing on Thursday and then coming back for another Saturday afternoon conference game here against Greensburg-Salem. Headed on that back line by Lucas. Mustangs reset now to Carson Seaman, and they'll play it back to the keeper, Jacob Campbell. Campbell back down to Eli Mitchell. Bodies it down in the midfield. Forward there to Colby Livingston. Livingston getting some support there from Phillips. Trying to work it back up the far wing again to Mitchell. Got bumped down. A little body contact there between Phillips and Josh Kluber of Greensburg-Salem. Mustangs play it back to Dylan Seaman, trying to settle it down off to Colby Livingston. A little pressure again here from the Golden Lions and Ryan Bompiani. Sent forward by Wyatt Raymer. Abraham, though, controls for Laurel Highlands off to Eli Mitchell. We play 3.5 minutes. Greensburg-Salem and Laurel Highlands scoreless here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupay. Nice to have you along with us, whether you're watching on Atlantic Broadband Channel 17, Armstrong Channel 61, or on our YouTube page. Mustangs try to circle it off there to Colby Davis. Intercepted by Jeremy Capel. Capel trying to break down here on the near side. Mustangs a little chip out of play. Capel again reloads over the head of Dylan Seaman, headed along by Ethan Turnbull. He's Greensburg-Salem's leading scorer on the season with 5 goals already. The Golden Lions have played more of a defensive game, and so far it's worked for the Golden Lions, as we said, off to a 5-0 start. 4-0 in conference play. Had a clean sheet against Hempfield in their opener, winning 1-0. A 5-1 win in their conference opener over Albert Gallatin. I think shocked a lot of folks around the conference with a 3-2 win over Ringgold. And then they needed double overtime to defeat Uniontown at Bill Powers Stadium 3-2. They won last time out over Trinity on Thursday by a 1-0 margin. So most of the Golden Lions games have been close so far this season. But no one's complaining around the Golden Lions program as they're off to a 5-0 start, and certainly the surprise around the conference after the Golden Lions went just 4-13-1 a season ago. And they'll try to set up Chris Ritt down the far wing here, but that lob too far for Chris, and the ball goes out of play for Laurel Highlands throw-in. In fact, Greensburg-Salem scored only 32 goals all of last season. They were shut out in 9 games. They played 18 games. In fact, they didn't have a goal last year through their opening 6 games of the season. So quite a turnaround in a 365-day period, and now a shot on goal from the near side from Tanner Dabrowski, and the sophomore saved by the Mustangs senior Jacob Campbell. Laurel Highlands again with 7 seniors, 1 sophomore, and 3 freshmen, and they're 11 here today. Greensburg-Salem with 6 seniors, 3 juniors, and 2 sophomores in their lineup. Again, they have Ethan Turnbull up front. On the wings, Tanner Dabrowski and Chris Ritt. In the midfield, Ryan Bompiani, Wyatt Raymer, as Mustangs' Eli Mitchell goes down there with a little contact from Sean Galvin, and Josh Kluber, the third center midfielder for the Golden Lions. In the back, Jeremy Capel, Sean Galvin, Shane Kasich, and Josh Shook with Sage Parsley in goal. And the Mustang keeper, Campbell, again playing it out to Carson Seaman. Parsley beat out Shane Kasich, who was the keeper for Greensburg-Salem a season ago. They had quite a heated battle, from what I understand, in the fall camp. But Kasich still in the starting 11 as a center back for the Golden Lions. Played over 6 minutes. This match still scoreless as it's sent back along there by Kasich. Headed there by Josh Shook, pressured on by Colby Livingston. Livingston on the far side, looking for room outside the 18-yard box. Chipped out of play by the Leopards defensively. Laurel Highlands in their new home reds with those blue numbers and white trim. Golden Lions, the away white, brown numbers, a little gold trim. Mustangs Colby Davis pulling it back to Lucas, settled down off to Justin Hartzick, and Davis again. Phillips another touch. Over to Dylan Seaman, trying to reverse field back on the far side. Laurel Highlands looking for a little support here from Matt Lucas. Has it intercepted there by Josh Kluber, trying to lob it back to Ethan Turnbull, and Campbell way out for Laurel Highlands. Lobbing it back on that far wing to Chris Ritz. Off to Kluber. Sent ahead is Tanner Dabrowski trying to track it down, but it's Jacob Campbell sending it back out for Laurel Highlands. Down to Colby Davis, trying to head it down to Colby Livingston, deflected back to Dylan Seaman, chipped on the far side again to Davis. Colby trying to track it down too far. It'll be a throw-in here for Josh Shook, senior for Greensburg-Salem. It'll chip back to Dylan Seaman. Seaman fires from 26, misses wide on the far side. We'll see a couple of different sets from Greensburg-Salem throughout the course of the afternoon. They play a modified 4-5-1, again we mentioned, with Turnbull up top. At times it's turned into a 4-3-3 as they bring Ritt and Dabrowski forward. Laurel Highlands certainly has been content in their 4-4-2. Talking to Jerry Rogers, the Mustangs head coach, he says, hey, why change things right now? Things certainly working well for Laurel Highlands. The Mustangs so far this season unbeaten now in their last 4 after that draw against Bell Vernon on Thursday. Golden Lions reset now on their back line. Kasich going low on the near wing again to Dabrowski. Switching up here with Jeremy Capel. Looking to set up Turnbull. Little poke there from Kluber. Headed along there by Bob Bianni. Now a little collision. A little hip check there from Eli Mitchell on Kluber. No foul called. Ball out of play off of Greensburg-Salem and out. And Laurel Highlands will take the throw-in. I certainly saw a chippy game on Thursday night up in Bell Vernon at James Weir Stadium. Laurel Highlands and Bell Vernon have developed quite a rivalry over the last couple of years. I mentioned both Matt Lucas and Matt Phillips getting a little bit banged up in that contest. Phillips was down for a little while before popping back up and then re-entering. Here's Carson Seaman from 30, blocked down. Sent back along by Parsley, bodied down there by Jeremy Abraham. Chipped up off the body there of Eli Mitchell. Mitchell again coming forward, a little poke going off of Bob Bianni. Livingston stepping in. Kluber a little chip off on the near wing again to Dabrowski. Looking to go crossfield far side. Headed there by the Mustangs, Zach Mansberry. And Mansberry now will pick up the loose ball down the far wing. Mansberry now stepping into the offensive attack down to Colby Davis. Davis spinning it back to Dylan Seaman, top of the 18. Seaman pulling back to his left, looking for support. Phillips is there, looks to fire, got partially blocked and deflected wide. If it went off of Greensburg-Salem, which I believe it did, it will be a Laurel Highlands corner kick. And Eli Mitchell lining up to take it now from the far side. We played just over 10 minutes. Laurel Highlands and Greensburg-Salem still scoreless here at Mustang Field. Mitchell now to put it down from the far side. Mitchell, a high boot here, going all the way through the box. Carson Seaman able to track it down. Looking for another cross back out in front, intercepted by the keeper Parsley, who will fire it out on the far side. Big collision there. Laurel Highlands keeping possession. Jeremy Abraham went down on the play. Dylan Seaman chips it back to Eli Mitchell outside the box on the far side. Mitchell overran it. And Josh Shook will trigger it back in here for Greensburg-Salem. Off to Chris Ritt. Ritt down the far wing. Trying to set up a run here for Greensburg-Salem. Little open space around Abraham. Ritt with numbers on the cross, and the cross behind Ethan Turnbull, allowing Jacob Campbell to pick up the loose ball there for the Mustangs. It's well set up, but the cross was just behind the Golden Lions' leading scorer on the season. Another chip out there defensively from Kasich. And Justin Hartzick work it back in now for the Mustangs. Over to Colby Livingston, settled down to Dylan Seaman. Back to Matt Phillips. Chipped off to Eli Mitchell. Mitchell dances between defenders. Mitchell coming forward. Mitchell fires off the back of Sean Galvin. Deflected off to Jeremy Abraham. Played along, looking there for Justin Hartzick in open space with Jeremy Capel defending. Ball goes out of play off of Laurel Highlands and out for a Greensburg-Salem goal kick. Still scoreless through 12 minutes of soccer. Battle for first place in the conference. Greensburg-Salem at the top of the table, 4-0-0 overall. The Mustangs a game and a half back at 2-0-1. Ringgold at 2-1. Bell Vernon at 2-1-1. Albert Gallatin at 1-2. Trinity at 0-3 and Uniontown at 0-4 in the conference. But despite Uniontown's 0-4 conference record and 2-5 overall mark, the Red Raiders took the Golden Lions to double overtime on Tuesday night down at Bill Powers Stadium. Here's Colby Livingston trying to break into the box with Josh Shook defending and Shook taking the safe route out on the far side. Talking to the Greensburg-Salem coaching staff and their head coach Sam Laris, he said, "We outplayed Uniontown on Tuesday and we're peppering their keeper, just couldn't get one by him until that second OT session," and that happens from time to time. You look at the Laurel Highlands game against Bell Vernon on Thursday as well. I thought the Mustangs certainly outplayed the Leopards, especially in the 2 overtime periods, just couldn't get one past the Leopards keeper. Played back again here to Matt Lucas. Lucas feeling the pressure. Jacob Campbell. Dangerous situation with Ethan Turnbull clamping down. A little contact. Dylan Seaman down. Got knocked down by Ryan Bompiani. And Bompiani will pick up the foul. So the Mustangs will have a free kick edge of the Golden Lions zone. Matt Lucas will take it. Go short here to Matt Phillips. Touch there to Dylan Seaman. Back to Phillips again. Mustangs feeling it out here on the near side. Carson Seaman looking there for Justin Hartzick. Lost it out of play. And Jeremy Capel will trigger it back in here for the Golden Lions. Capel on the lob. Seaman got to it first, but deflected off to Josh Kluber. And Kluber boots it all the way back to the Mustang keeper, Jacob Campbell. Through 14 minutes of soccer, still without a goal on the board. Mitchell down on the far wing for Laurel Highlands. Touched along to Phillips, trying to enter the attack. Dylan Seaman going through Davis. Sent back out by Kasich. Looking there for Turnbull. Lucas again defending. Plays it back to Campbell. A little chip out of play here on the near side on the intended pass for Justin Hartzick. Haven't seen a sub yet on either side. Two teams starting 11s have gone the entire way. Far side, Mansberry trying to work around Chris Ritz. Zach still with it. Off to Eli Mitchell. Eli sends it between two defenders, a little behind Justin Hartzick, with Dabrowski pressuring. Chip there from Carson Seaman on to Dylan. Back to Hartzick again down the near touchline. Colby Davis trying to send it back in Hartzick's direction. Two Leopards there. Justin still on the run with Capel defending, and Capel sends it out of play. So the Mustangs keep possession with a little pressure. Hartzick bounces it in to Dylan Seaman. Trying to send it on the far side to Mitchell. Josh Shook trying to track it down. Off of Bell Vernon and out. Another Mustang throw-in as Mitchell will reload again for Laurel Highlands. Into Colby Livingston. Looking again for Eli. Colby again on the far side. Lets it go out of play, and it was off of Greensburg-Salem and out, so it'll be another Laurel Highlands corner kick to be taken here by Eli Mitchell. Almost 16 minutes in. Still looking for the match's first goal. Eli setting it up again. Good look there. The Mustang senior enters the match with 5 goals and 6 assists on the season. High lob going back to Carson Seaman. Keeps it alive in the box. Davis going for the header, but sent back out by Chris Ritz of Greensburg-Salem. That'll send Jeremy Abraham back defensively. A little touch off to the Mustang keeper. Campbell back to Abraham again. A little touch from Lucas back to Campbell. With Turnbull adding a little pressure from Greensburg-Salem. Mustangs get it back up to Dylan Seaman. Looking for his brother Carson, got intercepted there on the soft pass from Dabrowski. Forward again to Turnbull. A reverse field, looking for supports. Chips down to Dabrowski here on the near wing, goes through Tanner. And that a play for Laurel Highlands throwing. We've noticed early on the deliberate style that Greensburg-Salem likes to play. Try to lull you to sleep at times. But they've been successful. Off to a 5-0 start. They're not the best scoring team, but certainly one of the best defensive teams, not only in the conference, but around the WPIAL. Carson Seaman having it knocked down there again by Wyatt Raymer. Carson again into Dillon. Off the body of Jeremy Abraham. Trying to go low down to Eli Mitchell. Chip back by Ryan Bompiani. Now to play on the far side. Look at the players the Golden Lions have back. You have 8 defenders back as the Mustangs get set to send it in. We'll take a quick timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Creditors calling you day and night? Your debt overwhelms you? Although you may feel that you're in a hopeless situation, Zebley, Mahalev & White can help. We're a full-service local bankruptcy firm that knows what a difficult time this is and what to do to help you get a fresh start. Call Zebley, Mahalev & White today for a free consultation. Your hometown bankruptcy firm. Call us today.
Don't borrow more money until you talk to Zebley, Mahalev & White.
We're back here at Mustang Field. Ball sent back in. As Colby Davis tries to work into the box. Sent back out by Shane Kasich of Greensburg-Salem. As the battle ensues here along the near boundary. Davis trying to dig it out. Cross out in front, body down by Eli Mitchell. Defending on the play, Josh Shook. Little chip there from Lucas, headed back out. Mustangs still on it with Mitchell on the far side, but again cleared out. Off of Greensburg-Salem and out. For the most sustained pressure I think we've seen in the match on the Laurel Highlands side. Eli again into Dylan Seaman. Playing it back to Matt Lucas. Lucas fires again off the Golden Lions defender. Colby Davis back to Carson Seaman and sends that one way high and wide. Another goal kick here for Greensburg-Salem.
Re-entry for Greensburg.
And we'll see our first.
Ethan Turnbull.
Actually, Ethan Turnbull had checked out, I guess, at one point.
I didn't see who come in before either.
And Turnbull is going to check back into the match with Tanner Dabrowski checking out. So we have one new entry on the Greensburg-Salem side. We'll try to check and find out who that is for you. And the ball out here on the near side. The Mustangs bring Joey Lemansky into the match for the first time, along with Jason Cooper.
Into the game for Laurel Highlands, 0-0, Jason Cooper.
Cooper's really done a nice job off the Mustangs bench so far this season. Handful of assists and has provided some nice supports when he's been out on the pitch for the Mustangs so far this season. See Eli Mitchell, a little pressure there from Kluber. Sent down to Dylan Seaman. Touched off to Jeremy Abraham. Over to Eli Mitchell, losing it there to Chris Ritt. Ritt on the run back. Lemansky defending there for Laurel Highlands. Ritt continues to battle down the far wing. Double team comes over, and the support from Eli Mitchell frees the ball back up for Laurel Highlands. Mustangs a little open space. Davis on the near side. They had Cooper wide open down the near wing. The Mustangs either didn't see him or just couldn't get it to him. Back to Phillips through the midfield. Off to Carson Seaman. Touched off to Jason Cooper. Cooper will chip into the box. Going to try to chip it back to himself. Went too far, and Sage Parsley, the Greensburg-Salem keeper, able to pick it up and fire it back down on the far side to Chris Ritt, who chips it around Joey Lemansky on the run. Now Jeremy Abraham defending. The ball will go back to Jacob Campbell, and Ritt really didn't have a play on the ball there. Campbell now will settle it down. The Mustangs seem content playing Greensburg-Salem style so far in this match. An issue the Mustangs have had with so many defenders back for Greensburg-Salem, just actually getting the Ball on goal. The number of defenders that the Golden Lions have in front of Sage Parsley. It's tough to even get one on net. Campbell again. A little boot back down on the far side looking for Colby Livingston. One of the keys in this match might be the first team maybe to get a nice set piece, free kick, either just outside the 18 or if you're fortunate enough to maybe draw a penalty at some point throughout the course of the match. As the scoring opportunities on both sides have been few and far between. Here's Dylan Seaman off to Jason Cooper again. Cooper trying to spin off the Golden Lions defender there, Josh Shook. Cooper trying to stay with it. We'll send it out of play for another Greensburg-Salem goal kick. Now they're going to rule that off of Greensburg-Salem out, so the Mustangs will take it. It'll be a corner kick here for the Mustangs. They'll put it down with Carson Seaman. Good break there for Laurel Highlands. Carson goes quickly over to Colby Davis. And Colby Davis just sending it over the net. It was close. Almost put the Mustangs up 1-0. A lot of folks here at first weren't sure if it went in or if it went over. But Davis just missing, looking for his 12th goal of the season. This match remains scoreless. And chipped out on the far side. The entry that we were looking for on the Greensburg-Salem side was number 19, Alec Laspina. Senior just sent it in there for Greensburg-Salem. Colby Livingston will touch there off to Eli Mitchell again. Fronted there by Raymer. Lucas off to Carson Seaman. Now Dylan Seaman. Repositions off to Matt Phillips. Double teamed. Lost it for a moment. Dylan Seaman able to regain. Forward again to Phillips. Touched by Colby Davis. Off on the near wing to Jason Cooper looking for the cross. Goes behind the net and out of play for another goal kick. 16-17 left here in the first half. Laurel Highlands and Greensburg-Salem still scoreless here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Sage Parsley sends it out here on the near side. Knocked down by Jason Cooper. Forward to Colby Davis. Davis trying to spin forward. Davis top of the box. Sends it wide. It was deflected. So the corner count rising early on the Laurel Highlands side. Carson Seaman to put it down here for another Laurel Highlands corner kick. Carson on the lob. Headed out by the Golden Lions. Body down there by Phillips. Touch from Dylan Seaman back to Phillips. Near side to Carson Seaman. Now Phillips again. Played almost 25 minutes. This match remaining scoreless. Phillips again for the Mustangs. On the back line to Lucas. Forward to Dylan Seaman. Now Phillips again. Over to Colby Livingston. Trying to touch it off to Dylan Seaman. Dylan finally looking back for Colby Davis. Intercepted there by Josh Kluber. And the Leopards on it. Chris Ritt through the midfield. Going low down the far side to Ethan Turnbull. No, check that. That's 10 Josh Kluber. Kluber into the box. Kluber fires, and just getting a piece of it there was Jacob Campbell, the Mustang keeper. And it'll be a corner kick here for Greensburg-Salem. So nice transition play from the Golden Lions. And Kluber, a quality scoring opportunity there for Greensburg-Salem. It'll be Ethan Turnbull to take the corner kick. Golden Lions trying to set it up. Turnbull, a low line drive, headed out in front, and Campbell with a cover. Ryan Bompiani got a piece of it for Greensburg-Salem. Now the Mustangs break back in transition. Mitchell going low. Defending there is Kasich. Colby Livingston on the far side looking for the cross. Kasich knocked it down. Reset to Eli Mitchell. Mitchell fires, and you have Colby Davis right in front. Will chip it in. Colby Davis, his 12th goal of the season for Laurel Highlands as Parsley gives up the rebound, and the Mustangs strike first here at the 14:01 mark of the first half. Laurel Highlands taking a 1-0 lead, and we're back in a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank. At your service.
Brian Morozak and Jerry Dupay back here at Mustang Field. Laurel Highlands taking a 1-0 lead as Colby Davis getting his 12th goal of the season. Remember, the Mustangs have played only 7 matches if you include this afternoon's contest, and Davis already with 12 goals, and that one might have been as easy as it's been for Davis all season. They're right place, right time, with Parsley unable to hang on. Out in front for Greensburg-Salem, Davis saying thank you very much and sends in his 12th of the season. A very important first goal in this defensive struggle so far as the Mustangs strike first. Now they need to be solid defensively. An opportunity for the Golden Lions breaking back, but Jeremy Capel unable to settle it down inside the 18-yard box. It was, though, sent out off of Laurel Highlands and out, so it will be another Greensburg-Salem corner kick here from the far side. Chris Ritt to take it. Now Ritt's going to switch here with Ethan Turnbull. And Turnbull will send it back in here for the Golden Lions. We mentioned Turnbull, Greensburg-Salem's leading scorer with 5 goals scored so far in the season. A little line drive here into the box and just chipped wide. Dangerous there again out in front. Now they're going to rule was sent out, though, off of Laurel Highlands. It looked like Alec Laspina almost got a piece of it. So the Golden Lions again to reset now here from the near side. And this one goes over the back post. And Campbell getting a little help there from Carson Seaman, able to settle it down. And the Mustangs regain possession. We're down to 12:30 left before halftime. Laurel Highlands a 1-0 lead off of a Colby Davis goal. Golden Lions look to settle it back down there with Wyatt Raymer. On the far side of Chris Ritz. Too far out of his range. And had a play for another Laurel Highlands goal kick. We'll see another change on the Laurel Highlands side as Luciano McElprang was quite a spark plug off the pine for the Mustangs on Thursday, picking up a goal, and Laurel Highlands come from behind 3-3 draw with the Bell Vernon Leopards. Will check into the match. McElprang also had a goal earlier on in the season, the Mustangs' opening game against Bentworth. So he's been a contributor off the bench. On the front line again, as the Mustangs look for a little insurance and a little cushion here going to the locker room. Mustangs send it out here on the near side. Josh Shook to fire it back in here for Greensburg-Salem. 11:30 left before halftime. Body there by Capel, sent back forward by Carson Seaman. Headed back along by Laspina. A little push there from Bob Bianni. Why wasn't that called? Josh Phillips also back in on the Laurel Highlands side. A little touch there from Lemansky trying to get it back to Josh Phillips. Deflected out of play by Laspina. Referees haven't called much so far in this match. Letting them play. Freshman Lemansky sending it back in, looking there for Dylan Seaman. Seaman trying to dance between defenders. Did a nice job to work around Wyatt Raymer. Over to Colby Davis, who fans on his send forward there, and Raymer says thank you very much, finds the loose ball. Raymer sending it back down the far wing. We're trying to track it down, but it goes all the way back to Campbell, who will settle things down again for the Mustangs. Campbell, a little rollout here to Matt Lucas. Lucas on the far side looking for Josh Phillips. Defended there by Greensburg-Salem's Ethan Turnbull. Sent forward again looking for Ritz. Lemansky back on the other side. Lemansky going low. Chip back by Bompiani. Pinballing off of the Mustangs on the back line. And Josh Phillips will find it in open space. Trying to send it up again to Colby Davis. Off of Kasich. On to Dylan Seaman of Laurel Highlands. Trying to go low and send it back in McElprang's direction. Golden Lions lob it back towards Jacob Campbell. I wonder how much the Golden Lions style now will change in this match after they conceded the opening goal here today. How well will they play from behind? We mentioned they've been a defensive-minded team throughout the course of the season. They've been perfect through 5. Looking to improve to 6-0. Laurel Highlands trying to stay unbeaten now in their last 5. They can pick up a positive result here today. They're only set back a 5-4 loss against Altoona back on September the 1st. Dylan Seaman off to Josh Phillips. Going low and forward to Luciano McElprang with Sean Galvin defending. Galvin sends it out of play. Josh Phillips to work it back in to McElprang again. Final 9 minutes of this first half. Dylan Seaman settles back to Colby Davis. And now Dylan again. Pressure there by Ryan Bompiani. Sent forward, but Carson Seaman knocks it down. Laurel Highlands has certainly controlled the possession in this match. Looking for another one. Davis breaking free. Fires. And just deflected there by Sage Parsley. Nice save there by the Golden Lions senior keeper. Will be a corner kick, though, for Laurel Highlands. Davis coming oh so close to picking up his 13th of the season. And deflected out there off the corner attempt. We'll get a change here on the Golden Lions side.
Game for Greensburg-Salem.
Take a quick timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920, the area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. And call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Just sit right down and you hear a tale of a fateful call. You better pay those bills right now or you take a mighty fall. He really didn't know what to do, so he turned to those who did. Zeppeli, Mahalev, and White, your bankruptcy crew, your bankruptcy crew. So no matter how deep in debt you are, if your back's against the wall, Zeppeli, Mahalev, and White, just give them a call.
Back here at Mustang Field, sophomore Elijah Houston entering the match for Greensburg-Salem. First time we've seen Houston here today. Final 8 minutes of the first half. Laurel Highlands leading Greensburg-Salem by a 1-0 score. Josh Phillips on the far side. Sending it back to Jacob Campbell. Campbell going low off to Carson Seaman. Touched along back to Matt Lucas. Forward to Dylan Seaman, fronted there by Wyatt Raymer. Dylan going cross field, far side to Josh Phillips. Phillips will chip ahead to McElprang, sent out by Sean Galvin. Seth Yannick also into the match on the Laurel Highlands side. Forward to Colby Davis. Davis breaking forward again. Colby Davis tripped up. We play on the backside. Luciano McElprang there. We will whistle. What do we got? It's going to be a foul on Laurel Highlands. Davis thought he was tripped up inside the 18-yard box. It'll be a free kick for Parsley and Greensburg-Salem. Coming back the other way. Well played, though, on both sides. Not quite the energy level we saw on Thursday when the Mustangs played on the road at Bell Vernon. There's Matt Phillips again stepping up for Laurel Highlands, another talented freshman. Off to Dylan Seaman, who fires and sends it wide. Seaman looking for a little one-timer there for Laurel Highlands. Another change for the Golden Lions as Laspina checks out. New entry, number 7, Andrew Edwards. Another sophomore.
Into the game for Greensburg-Salem, number 7, Andrew Edwards.
There's Jason Cooper down the near wing. Too far for Coop. And Josh Shook. Work it back in. Elijah Houston. Forward to Ethan Turnbull. Turnbull stepping up. Look out, Ethan Turnbull, a little open space. Turnbull firing. A little sidewinder one-hopper blocked down there by Jacob Campbell. Turnbull certainly a little spice on that shot. 5:30 left before halftime. There's McElprang. Back to Dylan Seaman. Sent ahead to Jason Cooper. It'll be Parsley coming out to make the save. Parsley back out to Capel. Capel trying to fight off the double team. Cooper trying to spin back. Went off of Capel and outs. Or did it? It did. Just a couple of changes here again on the Laurel Highlands side. Phillips and Cooper checking out. Hartzick and Mitchell back in on the Mustang side. So Carson Seaman to fire it back in. Intercepted there by Josh Kluber. Look out, Kluber, a little chip. Needs some support from the far wing. Not going to get it. Chris Ritz unable to track it down out of his range. Jacob Campbell again says thank you very much. Certainly has been a very balanced conference this year. Tough to know what you're going to get game in and game out. That's certainly been the case as Davis battles there with Elijah Houston. Greensburg-Salem certainly opened up some eyes around the conference with their win over Ringgold. Rams sit at 2-1. Laurel Highlands will host Ringgold here next Thursday. Match will bring you here on the South Union Township Sports Network, and that, if this result holds here today, it would be another match for first place in the conference. Had a lot of those this season. Rams certainly talented. They've stepped up their non-conference competition as well this season. They're 3-4 overall, 2-1 in the conference, but they're going to be one of the contenders for the section title again this year. Of course, Bell Vernon winning the conference last year. Greensburg-Salem was not a part of the conference a season ago, but now moving into Section 3 for the 2018 campaign, and these sections should hold for next year as well, with the way the WPIAL sets their realignments, conferences, and schedules. It's usually for a 2-year period unless you have some form of a drastic change. It's Josh Phillips. Sent back out again by Kasich. Played there from Kluber. On to Capel, and now Kluber again. Kluber into the Laurel Highlands zone. Pressure there by Eli Mitchell, but able to stay with it, and then poked out there by Carson Seaman, allowing the Mustangs to get a few more reinforcements back. 2:48 left before the halftime break. Wyatt Raymer on the back line to Elijah Houston. Touch there from Andrew Edwards. Edward just sends it out of play. Laurel Highlands says thank you very much. Joey Lemansky reloads. Off to Eli Mitchell. Forward to Dylan Seaman. Low ball there to Justin Hartzick, too far. Knocked down by Josh Shook. Dylan Seaman in open space. Reverses field. Back to Eli Mitchell. Mitchell coming forward to Davis. And Mitchell again. Eli Mitchell looking for his 6th goal of the season. Mitchell into the box. Mitchell going low. Blocked out in front. Ball still loose and then cleared wide on the far side by Elijah Houston. Bodied down by Josh Phillips. Chip back to Luciano McElprang, and McElprang ruled offsides. Final 1:50 now of the first half. Mustangs, a little energy there in the box. Now Kasich will leave it back here for Parsley to take the goal kick. Headed down by Eli Mitchell. Bodied there by Josh Phillips. Sent back high looking for McElprang. McElprang throwing the body. Edwards went down. The Mustangs throwing. Josh Phillips to take it. 75 seconds left here in the first half. Davis looks to settle it down. Played back to Carson Seaman. Touched by Dillon. Over to Matt Lucas. Final minute of the first half. Carson Seaman. Eli Mitchell now working here on the near side. Mitchell to his left. Fires, and another big save from Parsley. Parsley's been solid this afternoon. Just gave up that one rebound that Davis sent home. With the exception of that, he's had some big stops in goal for Greensburg-Salem against the Laurel Highlands team that's peppered them from time to time throughout the course of the afternoon. Might have a foul here on the back line. What do we got? It's going to go on Greensburg-Salem. That could have been huge. It went on the other way against the Laurel Highlands. Could have been a free kick opportunity there for the Golden Lions just outside the 18-yard box. Now with 15 seconds left here in the first half, the Mustangs likely content to take a 1-0 lead to the locker room.
8, 7.
Here's Campbell.
6, 5.
Boot again.
4,
going off of Edwards, and that'll do it for the first half. Laurel Highlands leading Greensburg-Salem by a 1-0 margin. And we're back to recap the first half scoring in a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Greensburg-Salem, Golden Lions, nothing. A reminder, everyone, that the concession stand is open to sneak on over to get something to eat or drink through our 10-minute intermission. It's all sponsored by the Laurel Highlands Boys Soccer.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths. Signs include abdominal pain and rectal bleeding. Colon cancer develops from a degenerating benign growth or polyp. Doctors performing colonoscopy are able to remove precancerous polyps, thus preventing colon cancer. This saves lives, and the American Cancer Society now recommends that everyone have a colonoscopy every 10 years, beginning at age 50. Offer the latest diagnostic testing. SWGI, specialists in digestive health. Southwestern Endoscopy Center is a state-licensed and Medicare-certified facility and emphasizes privacy, comfort, caring, and safety for colonoscopies and upper GI endoscopies. Painless procedures are done with twilight sedation given by a board-certified anesthesiologist. The center accepts most insurance plans and is staffed by Doctors Ruthhart, Calabrese, Stokes, SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Brian Morozak and Jerry Dupay back here at Mustang Field. A 1-0 halftime lead for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs over the Greensburg-Salem Golden Lions. The lone goal of the first half scored by Colby Davis, his 12th of the season. After the Greensburg-Salem keeper Sage Parsley gave up a rebound, Davis said thank you very much. Scored his 12th goal of the season. He got the 14:01 mark of the first half, the only goal scored on either side, and that's where we sit at halftime. Laurel Highlands leading Greensburg-Salem by a score of 1-0. Reminder, if you're watching this match on Atlantic Broadband or Armstrong Cable, we'd like to let you know that South Union Township Sports Network games and programs are available online. It's easy to find. Just log on to youtube.com and search South Union Television or follow the South Union Township Sports Network on Facebook for program updates. That's facebook.com/South Union TV. It's one of 3 games in the conference today. Ringgold at Uniontown this afternoon. Also, Albert Gallatin is at Trinity. The Laurel Highlands girls at the time of this filming with a 2-3 overall record, but they're 2-1 in conference play. They lost last time out against Mount Pleasant. Will have their next game coming up on Monday against Ringgold at home for you here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Again, here at halftime, it's the Laurel Highlands boys 1, Greensburg-Salem 0. Second half match action comes your way next year on the South Union Township Sports Network. Chesler's Furniture at 601 Pittsburgh Street, Uniontown has been in business since 1950 and has a wide variety of furniture for all of your needs. At Chesler's, they have a wide assortment of living room recliners, kitchen sets, bedroom mattresses, and accessories that can decorate your home for years to come. Choose from many companies including Lazy Boy, Best, King Hickory, Hammery, Lancer, Wildwood, Bond Bassett, and White Dove. Chesler's also services what they sell. Stop into Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 north of Uniontown, and see Kim, Christy, Ted, and Rich. They'll be happy to help you with all of your needs. Chesler's Furniture, where customers send their friends.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Every person who's been injured, when they come in, has an expectation that their case is important, and it is to us. We take these cases very seriously.
So that experience that we have is unique also because we have experience in these communities, in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg, in these court systems.
You don't have to go to Pittsburgh to be represented by attorneys who don't know their way around your community.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Back here at Mustang Field, ready to start the second half. Laurel Highlands leading Greensburg-Salem by a score of 1-0. Greensburg-Salem now working left to right across your TV sets or your computer monitors here for the second half. It's Matt Lucas picking up the loose ball there for the Mustangs. Laying it off to Eli Mitchell. Mitchell a little head of steam. Cross far side. Colby Davis couldn't knock it down. So the Mustangs right out of the gates here to start the second half. Less than 30 seconds in. Nice little rush there from Eli Mitchell. Does such a nice job creating out there for the Mustangs. Try to put it on the platter again for Colby. Just couldn't knock it down. Mustangs still buzzing here with Matt Lucas. Over to Dylan Seaman. Now Matt again. Those two play catch. Far side back to Colby. That's Colby Davis trying to chip back on the far side. Colby Livingston and Justin Hartsick both over there. Golden Lions chip it out. Hartsick will fire it back into Dylan Seaman. Now Hartsick again trying to cross it back. Well defended there by Greensburg-Salem's Alec Laspina, sending it off to Chris Ritt here on the near wing, but pressured again by Eli Mitchell. Mitchell, a little open space. Look out, Mitchell working forward. Got tripped up top of the box, and Mitchell down. That has to be a foul on Sean Galvin. And Mitchell took a spill. Now, was that inside or outside the 18-yard box? They're going to roll it just outside the 18, it looks like. Good to see Eli hopping back up. What a shot that was defensively. And now you have Lucas and Mitchell, a 5-player wall there for Greensburg-Salem. Lucas will take it, goes low, knocked down on the camera right of the wall by Sean Galvin. Out of play for another Laurel Highlands corner kick from the far side. Mustangs go quickly, little lob into the box, headed back out there by Raymer, knocked down by Matt Phillips. Phillips fires, and what a save from Sage Parsley. Parsley coming up big again for Greensburg-Salem. Mustang freshman looking for his first varsity goal, almost got it there. Now Greensburg-Salem looking to take the attack back on the other side. Chris Ritt. Little lob back, looking for Tanner Dabrowski. Deflected off. Ethan Turnbull adding the pressure on, but it's the cover from Jacob Campbell. Campbell so far this season just two clean sheets. Had one against Uniontown, a 6-0 win. Mustangs also shut out Southmoreland by a score of 4-0. And Parsley for Greensburg-Salem also with 2 clean sheets against Trinity and Hempfield. So both teams' keepers have played well so far this season. Here's Eli Mitchell again. Mitchell from 25 out. Mitchell staying with it. Mitchell stepping forward. Mitchell firing and sends it into the back of the nets. Might have been deflected out in front, but Eli Mitchell picks up his 6th goal of the season. A little cushion, an insurance goal for the Mustangs. Here at the 36-41 mark of the second half, Laurel Highlands takes a 2-0 lead, and we're back in a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Eli Mitchell picking up his 6th goal of the season. Also has 6 assists to go along with these 6 goals. And Laurel Highlands now leads Greensburg-Salem by a score of 2-0. And the Mustangs now certainly sitting pretty at this juncture of the match. Maybe looking at another one on, but Greensburg-Salem trying to turn it back with Josh Kluber. We can never take anything for granted. Bell Vernon found that out on Thursday night after they went up 3-0 on Laurel Highlands in the first half. Got to play the full 80. Mustangs and the Leopards actually played 100 after 2 overtime sessions. On Thursday, Hartsick, little chip. Livingston was trying to pressure down on Parsley, who found the loose ball. And a little deflection, I think, on Mitchell's last goal. The deflection hurt the Greensburg-Salem keeper Parsley. Probably threw him off a little bit. And trying to find the ball, and the shot attempt there from Eli. Mustangs continue to buzz here with Colby Livingston. Livingston trying to cross back, and a little one-hopper scooped up there by Parsley. And the Golden Lions haven't lost so far this season entering this match. 2-0, Mansbury battling Ritt there. Ritt getting possession in his direction. Headed there by Abraham out of play. Ritt will reload again. Back down to Kluber. Josh Kluber. Shot on goal and sent it off the crossbar. A good scoring opportunity there for Kluber as the Leopards the Golden Lions, try to claw their way back into the match. Mustangs little boot back here to center. Espina the header. Espina again. A little help there from Raymer. Sent back high as Ritt tries to track it down. Abraham defending. Spins off Ritt. Comes forward on the near side to Eli Mitchell. Eli sending it down to Colby Davis. Colby bodies it down, looks to come forward. Cleared back out again by Greensburg-Salem. Dylan Seaman trying to come forward. Lucas a little poke off to Carson Seaman. Reset to Abraham. Jeremy steps up in the attack. Looking there for Eli. Jeremy still with it. Chip from Bompiani. Abraham trying to spin off Ryan. Mansbury looks to settle. Ritt presses on. Lucas in open space. Sends it off a Golden Lion. Look out here again for Ethan Turnbull. Turnbull trying to race back there with Lucas. Deflects wide. Mustangs keep it in for now. Golden Lions pick up possession. Pass intended there for Capel. Broken up by the Mustangs. Again, break on the far side with Justin Hartsick. Hartsick down the far wing. Shane Kasick trying to hold his position. Hartsick went down. And the ball go out of play for a goal kick here for Greensburg-Salem. Through 7 minutes of the second half, Laurel Highlands getting a little insurance goal from Eli Mitchell to go up 2-0. Mitchell's 6th of the season. Colby Davis scored his 12th goal of the season at the 14:01 mark of the first half. Ritt again down the near wing. Mansbury defending. Ritt a nice little move forward. Abraham providing support. Ritt on the cross. Sent it behind the attackers. Dabrowski settles it down on the far side. Check that. That's Jeremy Capel. Capel now coming forward, trying to cross out in front. Body down there by Lucas. Into Campbell for the cover. Jason Cooper getting set to re-enter at the next stoppage for Laurel Highlands. Colby Davis on the settle down. Chipping it back. Eli Mitchell with a head of steam. And the ball for a moment popped free of Parsley, who's then able to regain for the Golden Lions and send it back down on the far side. Seaman again knocks it down, looking there for Colby Davis. Spun back off by Raymer. Mitchell again in traffic. Touched there by Dillon. Off to Phillips. And now Colby Davis. Colby staying with it. Here's Colby again, breaking into the box. Colby tripped up, and that's a penalty kick. Colby Davis tripped up inside the 18-yard box. Laurel Highlands now an opportunity to extend their lead to 3-0. It'll be a penalty kick for Colby Davis with 31:56 left here in the second half. Colby now looking for an opportunity to get his 13th goal of the season. Mustang senior. One-on-one here with Parsley. From 12 yards out, here we go. Davis the run up, the shot, and the goal. Colby Davis getting the brace here this afternoon. His 13th of the season. And Laurel Highlands takes a 3-0 lead, and we're back in a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Chesler's Furniture at 601 Pittsburgh Street, Uniontown has been in business since 1950 and has a wide variety of furniture for all of your needs. At Chesler's, they have a wide assortment of living room recliners, kitchen sets, bedroom mattresses, and accessories that can decorate your home for years to come. Choose from many companies including Lazy Boy, Best, King Hickory, Hammery, Lancer, Wildwood, Von Bassett, and White Dove. Chesler's also services what they sell. Stop into Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 north of Uniontown, and see Kim, Christy, Ted, and Rich. They'll be happy to help you with all of your needs. Chesler's Furniture, where customers send their friends. All Laurel Highlands here this afternoon. Colby Davis, a pair of goals. Eli Mitchell tacking on another one. The latest, Davis off of a penalty kick after he got tripped up inside the 18-yard box. And Laurel Highlands, a 3-0 lead. Look at Mitchell here, a little contact. The Golden Lion player down. It's number 10, Josh Kluber, slow in getting up. So Ethan Turnbull take the free kick from 40 yards out here for the Golden Lions. Best setup maybe Greensburg-Salem's had in a little while. Turnbull on the chip. Body down there by Abraham. And the Mustangs able to chip it back towards their front line. Played though by Kasich. Intercepted by Lucas. Or check that was Phillips. Nonetheless, played on by Josh Kluber. And Jason Cooper tries to work back down on the far side for Laurel Highlands with Wyatt Raymer defending. Over to Jeremy Capel. Played back to Raymer again. Looking again for Capel. Cleared out this time by Lucas. Looking again for Colby Davis, is out there looking for the hat trick right now. Davis coming forward again as Livingston to his left. Davis again into the box. Davis fires. Save out in front. Parsley gave up the rebound initially before able to regain and make the cover. And Parsley plays it off on the near side, looking there for Ritt, intercepted by Zach Mansberry. Mansberry on the chip, foul called here on Greensburg-Salem. Mansberry got clipped. Another free kick for the Mustangs. We go under 30 minutes left in regulation time. Laurel Highlands a 3-goal cushion. They just need to play solid defense the rest of the way. A 3-player wall there in front of Eli Mitchell from 25. Chip back into the box. And again knocked down by Parsley. And he'll fire it back out to Ethan Turnbull. The Mustangs have certainly kept Turnbull in check. The Golden Lions' leading scorer came into the match with 5 goals scored on the season. Hasn't had that many scoring opportunities on the Greensburg-Salem side. Only a solid match for Laurel Highlands. In great form as of late. There's a fan there from Laspina, setting up Eli Mitchell with some open space. Eli back on it. Eli into the box. Eli fires. Save out in front there from Parsley. And a clear from Greensburg-Salem on the backside as Parsley gets a little help there from Josh Shook. Parsley had to extend to make that save for the Golden Lions. Well, turn there from Capel. Mustangs pull it down again, continuing to buzz. Played on there by Carson Seaman off to brother Dylan. Dylan from 20. Resets back here to Phillips. Over to Abraham. And now Eli Mitchell. Mitchell again into the box. Fires. Blocked down that time by Sean Gelvin. The Mustangs will have another corner kick. Mitchell again to take it. Been another fun one to watch. Laurel Highlands soccer on the South Union Township Sports Network. Season not even half over yet, and we got plenty of excitement and entertainment put down there. Looking for Livingston, deflected back to Phillips. Phillips fires from 25 and sends it high. And both of our next broadcasts will come against Ringgold. The girls host Ringgold on Monday. The Laurel Highlands boys will host Ringgold coming up Thursday after this taping. Ringgold match for the boys, certainly a showdown contest. Those will be the next two here on the network. And the second half will actually start a week from today, with Laurel Highlands hosting Uniontown. Have another Saturday matinee. Campbell back, top of the box. Sending it over, Dylan Seaman. Poked back out by Kasich. Dylan again comes forward. Dylan trying to break back. Cooper on the far side. A little scoop up there from Parsley. Parsley on the send-out. Cooper trying to work his way back there for Laurel Highlands. Trying to go wide here on the near side. No Mustangs in the vicinity. Josh Kluber will lob it back as Jeremy Capel looks to track it down, but it'll be played back to Jacob Campbell. Sends it back out to midfield. Over Phillips. Sent down by Davis. They'll rule off sides here coming back. Kasich plays it back along there for the Golden Lions. Now 26 minutes to score 3 goals to avoid their first defeat of the season. The way the Mustangs are playing, don't be surprised if you see Laurel Highlands in the top 5 next week in AAA. They hold on here today, getting a quality result, a draw against Bell Vernon on Thursday on the road, coupled with a win here over Greensburg-Salem. The Ringgold game will certainly be a big test, though, coming up this Thursday. The Mustangs will have a road game in between at Albert Gallatin, and the Colonials have struggled a bit this season. They are 3-3 overall, 1-2 in the conference. The Laurel Highlands will certainly be the favorite going into that contest. The key, again, I think, for Laurel Highlands the rest of the season, too, is just staying healthy. That was really the bugaboo of the Mustangs last season. Had a number of injuries really multiply on them throughout the course of the season, and they had no firepower left when the WPIAL playoffs started. And they fell in the first round at South Fayette by a score of 5-0. Laurel Highlands looking to stay healthy for 2018. And that's going to be the key. Had some bumps and bruises so far, but no serious injuries, and hopefully that trend continues for the Mustangs. We've played 15 minutes here in the second half, still 3-0. Laurel Highlands over Greensburg-Salem. Colby Davis got his 12th of the season at the 14:01 mark of the first half. Eli Mitchell his 6th of the season at the 36:41 mark of the second half. And then Davis getting a second of the match, 13th of the season at the 31:56 mark. And now Davis out there looking for the hat trick. Settles back over to Dylan Seaman. Trying to go wide here on the near side to Eli Mitchell. Mitchell top of the 18. Fires, and another diving save from Parsley. And Parsley just has been peppered in this match. And yes, he's conceded 3. I think the only one he could really put on him out of the three was the initial goal where he gave up the rebound that Davis sent home. Mitchell's shot was deflected out in front, and then, of course, Davis scored on a penalty kick. There's Seaman going low, another scoop up from Parsley. The Mustangs have controlled possession. They've controlled shots on goal. They lead on the scoreboard by 3. Eli Mitchell again stepping up into the attack. Mitchell trying to get low there to Colby Livingston. Mitchell staying with it again. Mitchell trying to come forward. Had it broken up, and now Mitchell trying to get back into the play there, battling Ryan Bompiani. Mitchell over to Dylan Seaman. Mustangs playing a little keep away. Seaman lobbing it off to Jason Cooper. Cooper needs to get on his horse here, and the ball will go out of play off of Laurel Highlands, and that will be a throw in here for Greensburg-Salem. They'll go quickly down to Jeremy Capel on the far wing. Capel trying to break forward. Good job there on the breakup from Carson Seaman. Matt Phillips there, bumped by Bompiani. Jeremy Abraham stepping up, but it's the Golden Lions that find possession with Josh Kluber. Abraham goes down, might have aided in the block up there as Seth Yannick tried to get possession. Goes out of play, and we'll see a couple of changes, and we'll also take a quick timeout. 22:55 left here in the second half. 3-0 Mustangs back in a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Number 7, Andrew Edwards.
Here we go, Mustangs! Here we go! 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 Who are you rooting for?
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
If you're injured in an accident, after you address the medical problems, you're going to be faced with numerous questions concerning who's going to pay your medical bills, your property damage, the wages that you might be losing if you can't go to work. These are things that you need counsel for.
That your income is protected, that your bills are paid, that your family's taken care of. We've been doing this since 1976. We've helped injured people. We can help you.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Also number 31, Tanner Dabrowski.
Back here at Mustang Field, Tanner Dabrowski and Andrew Edwards re-entering on the Greensburg-Salem side. Laurel Highlands protecting a 3-goal lead with 22-27 left here in the second half. Seth Yannick to work it in. Bodied down there by Phillips. You have to be impressed by the number of Mustang freshmen that have been contributors so far this season. You'll get 3 freshmen in the starting lineup, and they've been consistent in the 11 for Laurel Highlands throughout the course of the season. Carson Seaman, Matt Lucas, and Matt Phillips. You throw in Joey Lemansky, who's provided plenty of support off the Mustang bench so far this season. Laurel Highlands very high on their freshman class, as Jeremy Abraham sends it off to Eli Mitchell. Mitchell top of the 18, trying to work into the box here again. Here's Mitchell again coming free. Mitchell a little poke, and another save there from Sage Parsley. Another freshman the Mustangs are very high on, Manuel Oliveras, transferred in during the fall camp. Another freshman for the Mustangs. Got some time in the varsity match against Uniontown. We saw him score in the JV game against Bell Vernon on Thursday. Watch out for Oliveras in coming years for Laurel Highlands. That one whistled down, so it'll be a goal kick now for Greensburg-Salem. Now you look at the Mustang roster, dominated by freshmen.
Re-entry for Greensburg-Salem.
A lot of familiar names that we've seen over the season
Re-entry for Laurel
and over the years.
Justin Hartzick.
Down either playing in the South Union Soccer League or the Hark Baseball Leagues. And this Laurel Highlands soccer program is going to be strong for a number of years to come. The Mustangs hold on today. They'll improve to 5-1-1 overall and 3-0-1 in conference play. If they're able to get a win over Ringgold and, of course, take care of Albert Gallatin as well on Tuesday, they'll be in great shape for the second half stretch of the conference season. And there's Dylan Seaman will turn in a shot. And they're saved there from Parsley. And played back to center. Ethan Turnbull knocks it down. And the Mustangs have kept Turnbull in check all afternoon long. And they'll get Mitchell for a little bump there on Ethan. To have a little conversation back and forth. Golden Lions have a free kick taken by Sean Galvin. Deflected back to Laurel Highlands. Mitchell over to Colby Davis. Davis back to his left, now back to his right. Turns, shoots, and scooped up again by Parsley. Parsley on the fire back down. Deflected back over to Lucas. Touched there by Seaman. On the far side to Hartzick. Played on to Dylan Seaman. Now Justin again on the far side. Pulls it back. Conservative route to Phillips. Off to Colby Davis. Now Matt again. Touched over to Dylan. He fires. Another one-hopper in on Sage Parsley. Parsley continues to be busy. Seth Yannick defending. Trying to step up. Tried a little body block there on Capel. Yannick picks up the foul. Another busy afternoon here at Laurel Highlands. Have a little baseball activity, some fall ball down below. You have the Laurel Highlands Junior ROTC car show up above the lots here today. Plenty of classic cars. Another busy afternoon here at Laurel Highlands. Got to see our good buddy Arnie Amber up there as well, playing some oldies this afternoon up at the car show. Just nice to see so much activity around the school on a nice late summer weekend afternoon. In fact, this will be the last official weekend of summer. Next Saturday, the fall season will have arrived. Mustangs another track down on the far side with Kasich defending. Settled down there by Colby Livingston off to Dylan Seaman. Reset now to Phillips. Near side to Yannick. Yannick will touch off to Phillips again. Knocked down on the play by Josh Kluber. And the Mustangs will have a free kick with 17:30 left in regulation time. Laurel Highlands in control. Up 3-0. Pompeiani, another chip back up, looking there for Ethan Turnbull. I'm surprised we haven't seen more attackers thrown forward for Greensburg-Salem, especially after they got down in the match. Here's Davis looking for the hat trick. Spins that one high and wide. We had Turnbull up top. Dabrowski got the start at the left wing, Ritt on the right wing, and they've been involved from time to time. We haven't seen that consistent pressure throughout the course of the afternoon on the Golden Lions side. And Pompeiani, Raymer, and Kluber certainly have provided support in the Golden Lions midfield. And you look at the goals the Mustangs scored in the match. One came in transition, the initial goal from Davis where the rebound was conceded. The second goal was, of course, deflected out in front. Lemansky defending here, sending it back to Campbell, and the third on the penalty kick. You really can't fault the Greensburg-Salem back line that much of Capel, Galvin, Kasich, and Shook. Another little break here into the box from Capel. Mustangs looking for the clear out. Goes off of Capel and out. Will be Laurel Highlands ball. And Joey Lemansky will get the feed. Lemansky close to coughing it up there. Greensburg-Salem an opportunity. And a boot going high there from Josh Kluber. Haven't actually seen too many on net and on Campbell here today. Another change on the Golden Lions side. That's Turnbull back in. They took him out for about 30 seconds. Probably just to get a drink.
Ethan Turnbull.
Wyatt Raymer now checking out. Eli Mitchell here, chipping it back to Colby Livingston. And Greensburg-Salem, even with the loss here today, certainly in great shape. They've already exceeded their win total from a season ago. They were 4-13-1 last year, already 5-0. They'll be 5-1 unless they are able to pull off a miraculous comeback here in the final 15. Another change here for the Mustangs. McElprang in for Colby Livingston.
Greensburg-Salem, number 21, Elijah Houston.
Elijah Houston also back in on the
Re-entry for Laurel Highlands.
Golden Lions side.
McElprang.
This will be 2 straight wins for Laurel Highlands over Greensburg-Salem in this series. We mentioned Laurel Highlands won the WPIAL first-round playoff game between these two schools, played on October the 22nd, 2016. It was actually played here at Laurel Highlands. The higher seed hosts for first-round soccer playoff games. The Mustangs were seeded 7th in that contest. Greensburg-Salem was the number 10 seed. The Mustangs ended up losing in the quarterfinal round 2 years ago. Here's Dylan Seaman sending it high and wide. The previous meeting, a regular season non-conference game back in 2015, Greensburg-Salem doubled up the Mustangs 4-2. Prior to that 2015 meeting, you have to go back another 10 years to the last time the two schools actually played. That was back in 2005 when they were in the same conference. Laurel Highlands won both meetings, one by a score of 7-6, the other 9-2. So certainly some goals put up in those two matches, 13 in one match, 11 in the other. That'd be some wild games there back in the day, 13 years ago. And the Mustangs certainly have had a recent run of success. Mentioned in the WPIAL playoffs last year, a rare season without a playoff win. Had so many injuries, fell in the first round to South Fayette 5-0. Prior to that, had knocked off Greensburg-Salem in the first round of the playoffs in 2016 before losing that quarterfinal round game against TJ 2-0. The Mustangs had a rare non-playoff season in 2015, going 7-8-3. Again, injuries played a part in that. And the Mustangs, prior to that, had 3 straight years in the playoffs with playoff wins. Had 2 playoff wins over West Mifflin, 1 over Southmoreland. And had Mars, South Fayette, and South Park end their seasons those 3 years. All in their second playoff game. The one was actually a first-round game after the Mustangs picked up a preliminary round playoff win over West Mifflin in 2012. The other 2 in the quarterfinal round at South Fayette and at South Park. And actually, both were played at neutral sites. South Park game was actually played down at TJ.
Re-entry for Greensburg-Salem, number 4.
Josh Phillips back in on the Laurel Highlands side. Josh Shook in on the Greensburg-Salem side. With 12:34 left here in regulation. Greensburg-Salem, as of late, hasn't had quite the playoff success the Mustangs have had as Colby Davis looks to send it over to Luciano McElprang. Greensburg-Salem, we mentioned 4-13-1 a season ago, 9-7-2 back in 2016. Lost that first-round playoff game to Laurel Highlands. Also fell in the first round of the playoffs in 2015 to Ambridge, 3-2. Had missed out in the playoffs in 2014, 2013, 2012, and 2011. Another opportunity here for Laurel Highlands on the far side. Davis again goes down to the box, nothing called, and Greensburg-Salem with a clear out. Prior to that, the last playoff season for Greensburg-Salem, 2010, they went 8-7-1, lost a preliminary round game against Steel Valley. That game was played at Norwin, and the Golden Lions had non-playoff seasons between 2003 and 2009. So they're trying to reform the program a little bit, and certainly off to a nice start here in 2018. Even with a loss here today, it'll be at 5-1. Sam Laris' second year as Greensburg-Salem's head coach, and Jerry Rogers Sr. already in his 5th year as the head coach of the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, of course, assisted by his son, Jerry Rogers Jr. Jerry Sr. had served as an assistant to Zach Sipe, and then took over
the Lions,
after Sipe left the program. Wyatt Raymer back in on the Greensburg-Salem side. We're down to 11 minutes left in regulation. Mustangs still hanging on to a 3-0 lead over Greensburg-Salem. Here's Eli Mitchell. Mitchell again with a little explosion here into the box. Mitchell trying to stay with it, spins it back, plays it over to Josh Phillips, who sends it high. But it through the uprights. That's a Saturday afternoon, not a Friday night. Going to be a goal kick here for Greensburg-Salem. Sometimes the kickers on Friday nights wish they were that easy. McElprang down to Mitchell again. Eli going low and missing wide on the far side. At the time of this taping, the Laurel Highlands football team 2-2. Wins over Montour and Albert Gallatin. Losses against Wash High and Bell Vernon last time out. Their next game will be at Greensburg-Salem. We'll bring it for you here on the network with Gary Frankhauser and Rick Frank. Phillips there. A little contact with Wyatt Raymer. Jeremy Abraham over to Eli Mitchell. Back to Josh Phillips. A little block there from Raymer. Davis staying with it. Mustangs happy just to be in control of the ball right now. Seth Yannick down the near wing. Yannick a little poke forward and sent high and wide there by Sean Galvin defensively. Mustangs will have a throw in here for the near boundary. Eli Mitchell through Josh Phillips. Again, Galvin defending. Trying to circle it back. Mitchell knocks it down. Mitchell trying to go low, back to Phillips. Phillips off to his right, settles back to Colby Davis. Just misses on his hat-trick shot attempt from 25 yards out. Another change here on the Golden Lions side. I think that's Shane Kasich coming back in. Exiting the match, Sean Galvin. Knocked down there by McElprang, over to Davis. Back to McElprang again.
11, Shane Kasich.
And covered again. Out in front by Sage Parsley. 8:22 to play. 3-0 Laurel Highlands over Greensburg-Salem. Ball comes free here on the near side. Jeremy Abraham lets it go. Went off the Mustangs and out, or did it? Yes, we're just going to have a change here on the Greensburg-Salem side. We'll take a quick timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network. .7:45 to play. Laurel Highlands leading Greensburg-Salem 3-0. Josh Kluber re-entering on the Greensburg-Salem side, taking the place of Sean Galvin. And there's Kluber sending it wide on the far side. Might have some wholesale changes now for Greensburg-Salem. A number of their subs huddled around their head coach, Sam Loris. Don't be surprised if he empties out his bench with this squad down 3 here with 7:15 to go, allowing some of his younger players some playing time. Greensburg-Salem, not a huge roster this year. Had a couple of injuries. They only have 20 or so players dressed for the season. There was no JV game played here either prior to this varsity game. I think that was partly due to the lack of the bench the Golden Lions have available. The Mustangs, with their large bench, happy to play a JV game anytime they can get one. And there's Davis tripped up here again, 25 yards out. Slide tackle attempt there from Kasich defensively. The Mustangs will put it down from 25 yards out. Wall set up defensively there by Greensburg-Salem. 6:20 to play. Now they'll pull this back a little bit here for Mitchell. Wall moves up. Mitchell and Josh Phillips discuss strategy. Mitchell to take it, just fires it wide. And Greensburg-Salem will have a goal kick coming back, and here comes the rest of their bench. 5 changes here for the Golden Lions. It's like William Malley, Braden West. Who else do we got here? Tristan O'Leary, Jake Allwine, and Garrett Cribbs. All coming in here on the Greensburg-Salem side. It's nice to see some of their younger players getting some time here for the final 5.5-minute stretch. A little header there from Houston. Played down by Abraham. Off to Eli Mitchell. Pressure there by Adam Townsend. Townsend, little guy out there, just like Joey Lemansky for Laurel Highlands. Townsend also a freshman there for the Golden Lions. That ball cleared out of play by Kasich. See if the Mustangs throw out some subs as well here for the final 5 minutes. Of course, when you're up 3-0 as well, you have a little pressure just to make sure you can get your keeper a shutout and a clean sheet as well.
Number 19, Joey Chambers.
Joey Chambers seeing his first match action, another talented freshman we were talking about. That ball went off the body of Tanner Dabrowski and covered there by Sage Parsley. Mustangs play it back to Campbell. Mentioned Chambers wears number 19 out there for Laurel Highlands. There's Josh Phillips. So we go under 4 minutes to play. Seth Yannick steps in. Over to Eli Mitchell. Mitchell will fire it in. Looking for Josh Phillips. Over to Colby Davis. Davis looking for the hat trick. Sends it high. 3:30 now to play. Another change on each side. Yannick will check out here on the Laurel Highlands side. Let's see who we have coming in. It's like 31. That's Carson D'Amico, another freshman.
Laurel Highlands, number 31, Carson D'Amico. Back into the game for Greensburg-Salem, number 19, Alex Lespina.
Alex Lespina also coming back in on the Greensburg-Salem side as well. Eli Mitchell coming forward. Lost it there, top of the box. Sean Galvin brings it out. Galvin back through center. Nice run here for the Golden Lions. Off on the near wing to Adam Townsend. Run out of play. 2:40 to play. That's another solid result for Laurel Highlands. Mustangs will improve to 5-1-1, 3-0-1 in the conference. It'll be 5 straight games where the Mustangs are unbeaten in. So the first time in 6 that the Golden Lions have suffered a negative result. They'll play their next 3, though, at home against Belle Vernon, St. Joseph, and Albert Gallatin. So 3 straight home games for Greensburg-Salem. And next up for Laurel Highlands, they'll hit the road to take on Albert Gallatin on Tuesday. Our next TV broadcast coming our way on Thursday when the Mustangs host Ringgold here on the network. Headed along there by Townsend. 1:46 to play. The cover again from Campbell. Campbell again fires out here on the near side. Eli Mitchell. Mitchell on the run. Mitchell trying to stay with it. 1:23 to play. Mitchell coming forward. Mitchell goes down. Wanted a foul call. Not going to get it. And Sean Galvin finds the loose ball. Touch there from Townsend. Trying to send it forward to Molly. That's Matt Phillips finding it coming back for Laurel Highlands. Down to Colby Davis. Left off on the far side. That's Joey Chambers setting the shot wide. As we go under a minute left. Parsley in no hurry right now for Greensburg-Salem. And sent back out to center. Body down by Phillips. Kasich defending. Over to Elijah Houston. Double team. Lost the ball. McElprang trying to come forward. Shot blocked down. Chambers playing a little hacky sack with it over there with some pressure from Edwards. Sent out for another goal kick. 20 seconds left. Again, the Mustangs led by Colby Davis again this afternoon. 2 goals for Davis. Getting his 12th of the season at the 14:01 mark of the first half. 13th of the season on a penalty kick of the 31:56 mark of the second half. Eli Mitchell got his 6th of the season. 3.5 minutes into the second half. The Mustangs put another shot on goal as time expires, and that'll do it. Your final score, Laurel Highlands 3, Greensburg-Salem nothing. The Mustangs improved to 5-1-1 overall, 3-0-1 in conference play. The loss for Greensburg-Salem, their first of the season, they dropped to 5-1 overall, 4-1 in conference play. This afternoon's game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. Again, I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupay. Your final score, Laurel Highlands 3 and Greensburg-Salem nothing. This has been a South Union Township Sports Network presentation.